Hello dear colleagues, my name is Oleg Prishepa. Welcome to Trading Hero YouTube channel. Let's start our weekly review. So our total gain is plus 102%. You can see our performance chart here on your screen. The profitability for the last week was plus 2.3%, and our monthly profitability for June is 3.66%. So let's move to MetaTrader platform and see the details of our deals on 1 hour time frame. So the first currency pair we'll start from is GBP to USD. I highlighted the previous week with a gray rectangle, and you can see all the trades made by our robots more clear. So as you can see, during the last week we actually were moving the first part of the week. It was lateral movement. We're trying to break the previous lows, and we actually used this situation to buy here. Then we were trying to break the previous highs, and we also used this situation to sell here, and was another trade inside of this channel. And finally on Friday we saw a huge decrease for 2000 pips, and actually we used this moment to start gaining our positions. We opened 3 buy trades here, and if we'll zoom out a little bit, we're gonna see that the last trade was opened near the previous lows. The second trade was opened after we broke these lows, and now we're waiting for the market to move. We actually have 2 scenarios. First scenario, we're gonna be hunting for the stop losses hidden below the previous lows. I think this scenario is quite possible right now. We still have the capacity of several trades to average our deals, and I think everything will be okay. And the second scenario is that it will be enough for the market to actually break this support, like local support level, and it will give us enough of trends to bounce back to get to some average prices. So still everything is under control. You can see that we are in a lateral movement, so globally nothing has changed. We are trading inside of this channel. The next currency pair is GBP to Canadian dollar. As you can see, the picture is quite similar to the one we had on GBP to USD, because we are also going in a lateral movement, but we have not broken the previous lows yet. Why? Because on a global time frame, if you'll take a look carefully, you're gonna see that we have already fallen too low, and currently we have the prices we had in 2013. So from the technical point of view, the market is really oversold. So I think that the probability of a strong reversal movement gives us a good opportunity even to make some middle or long-term trades. But these ideas they go beyond this strategy. I'm just giving you some minds that I have and I plan to realize on my account. But if you speak about the strategy, it's good because when market is falling for quite a long time, we have a good opportunity to wait for some impulses backwards. And you can see that last week we had the one I was speaking about when we grew on Thursday for around 1,500 pips for a day, but the next day we fell down. So this volatility is good for us because we can have a lot of trades in both directions and making 2 times more profit. So speaking about the previous week, for this currency pair, everything is simple. We had this channel. We closed 2 positions. First of them was opened on Friday of the previous week when we were retesting the previous lows. Then we averaged this position and closed it, and then we sold after we broke the previous local resistance line. We sold it. We were trying to reach another one local high, but we didn't make it. So after we fell to the previous lows, we bought. So everything is simple with this currency pair. We still have 1 trade opened here, If the market falls, we'll be buying below the previous lows. If not, we're gonna close this deal with profit, and we'll be waiting for the market to break the previous local resistance line. The next currency pair is New Zealand to Canadian dollar. As you can see, we have two robots trading here, and both of them were really successful during the last week. We closed two chains of orders. We had like 5 orders with one robot, 4 orders with the second robot, and we even made one selling position and also closed it with profit. So globally, nothing has changed. We're still in the same lateral movement. As you can see, the situation is pretty similar to the one we had on like GBP to Canadian dollar. We are trying to break the local support level, and to GBP to USD we are also in a lateral movement, but we still have not reached the local support yet. But if you speak about NZD to CAD, we already reached. We retested. We were trying to break it 3 times in a row, but still we didn't make it, and like that's why like market actually grew like from the technical point of view. So now we have only one trade. It's below the middle of the channel, so we have a good capacity. Even if the market will be falling and falling, we still have a lot of trades to open to average this one and close all of the deals with profit. The next currency pair is Australian to New Zealand dollar. We have a quite interesting situation right here. If you remember, we actually were growing for several weeks. Then we came to this lateral movement, and actually I was uncertain what will happen next, because we had like one liquidity corridor, then the next one, then we're trying to break it, then we actually used the previous support level to make another jump, and now we're growing. So we can say that locally we have an uptrend. And like globally, the situation is also interesting, because we have reached the maximums of 2020, and we broke them, and now we're trying to reach the maximums of 2018. So if you'll take a look at New Zealand to Canadian dollar, yeah, you remember that the situation we have here is that we are very close to the previous lows, and GBP CAD also the same situation. You will gonna see that on Australian to New Zealand dollar, the situation is also like pretty similar, and it's quite good to make a long-term trade or middle-term trade for like several months to actually sell like from the technical point of view. But if you speak about Trading Hero, what it gives us, actually it gives us a good opportunity to make profit each time market tries to reach a new high. So we saw it when we were trying to reach and break the highs of 2020. We did it, but then we have this reversal moment. Then we saw the same situation when we broke the highs of August 2020. Yes, we broke it, but then we fell, and now we're trying to reach the highs of 2018. Like obviously that like we already have started falling, but still I think when we'll get to the liquidity here, I mean mostly about pending sell limit orders, we're gonna see like the same movement. And we also have the highest price of 2017 very close here, so still we have a very good opportunity to actually take part in this like roller coaster like game of Australian to New Zealand dollar. We actually used the previous week to close the chain of like 2 orders opened on the previous week, and everything like is clear and like simple from my side. We broke the previous highs, we opened the third trade, then we made a new high, and then after we retested it and the candle was closed around like these levels, we actually sold, and after we closed all of the positions with profit. And the last currency pair for today is Australian to Canadian dollar. As you can see, the situation is like plus minus similar to the one we have on New Zealand to Canadian dollar. So we are actually in a lateral movement. If you remember the previous week, I was thinking about if like market will be able to like break the previous resistance level, we're gonna move upwards, but still like I can see that it didn't do it, and we actually fell to the previous prices. We're somewhere in the middle of the channel, so I think it will be more correct to reflect the current situation not as an uptrend, because it's not actual anymore, but I think it will be more visible if we'll speak about it as about a lateral movement. It's some kind of a flat situation here. What we can see here on some local time frames, that we had several buying positions. We closed one on Tuesday, then we closed like the rest from the second robot on Friday, and also opened a new one from the first algorithm on Wednesday, and closed it on Friday, and even made a reversal deal. So everything is clear here. We have only one trade that was opened in the middle of the channel. We still have the capacity to average it, and we have like the previous like liquidity pools here, and I hope that during like the last week, the next week, we're gonna see some kind of movement downwards to actually give us more deals in the chain of trades, because the more deals we have, the more profit we make, and then we're gonna see the like reversal movement to close all of the deals. But let's see. Still we have for one trade active. Let's see how it goes. I hope that you're also making profits with us, and you're happy not only of getting profits, but also of like watching how the robot trades and make some deals, and maybe you even learn some things from the way how it trades, and from the things I'm like telling you from the technical analysis. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Let's continue our like training process. If you have any questions, simply write me below this video, or via Telegram. If you have any like friends that want to start trading or invest it, also feel free to recommend them DBTEX and Trading Hero as one of the strategies that can bring them good profit. We'll keep in touch. See you next week. Have a good trading week.